What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing my week 3 predictions where I'm going to predict the winner for every game. I do this every week as of now after going 7-8 last week. I don't do the Thursday night games, by the way, so I only do 15 games each week. I am 500. I'm 15-15 on the season. I was 7-8 last week, 8-7 week 1. I feel like the earlier season ones are the harder ones to predict because you really don't know how the teams are going to obviously be in week 1. So I'm hoping to be better than 7-8 as I was last week. I don't do the Thursday night games, but they've all been pretty easy. Like I would have obviously picked San Fran to win that, but I'm not going to count it. So we're going to start with the Tennessee Titans on the road to Cleveland Browns. I'm going to pick the Titans. With Nick Chubb being out, I really don't like this Cleveland Browns offense. I don't like the Titans offense either, but I think this is going to be a really low scoring game. I would hammer the under on this one. Titans, I just think these teams are in the same boat. Like, I just think that they had the potential to surprise people. I don't think they're a pushover. But with Nick Chubb being out, I really don't like the Browns offense. Deshaun Watson does not look good. They did go against a good Steelers defense on the road, which the Titans still have a good defense. So I think the Titans are going to win this game. Texans, Jags going to win this home game. Texans got blown out by the Richardson/Minshew led Colts last week. Easy one. Texans going to lose again. Colts, Ravens. I'm going to pick the Ravens. Gardner Minshew is going to start this week, and I actually think he's going to look pretty good. Ravens are a pretty banged up secondary. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, or at least for the Ravens. A boring game to watch, unfortunately, but I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this one. Broncos, Dolphins. I'm going to pick the Broncos to start the season 0-3. Dolphins going to win this. The Broncos aren't a very good team. Dolphins are very good, and they're at home. I just don't see the Broncos staying in this game. Patriots, Jets. I'm going to go with the Patriots. The Patriots on a mass, I think it's since 2015, like 14 straight games the Jets have not beaten the Patriots. If Jets had Aaron Rodgers, I would have picked the Jets. But Zach Wilson just not going down up and down the field against this Patriot defense. I know the Patriots are 0-2, but they played good teams in the Eagles and the Miami Dolphins and lost by one possession with the ball at the end to win both those games. I think the Patriots defense is pretty good, better than people think they are, and I think the Patriots get their first win this week on the road. Steelers, Raiders. I'm going to pick the Steelers. I just don't see this Raiders offensive line holding up against TJ Watt. I don't like the Steelers that much. They're coming off of a big win. The Raiders aren't that good. It's going to be like a home game for the Steelers with the crowd. I just don't see the Steelers losing this game. Buffalo at Washington. I'm going to pick Buffalo, but I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I really do think the Washington defense is going to give Josh Allen some fits. I expect this to be a pretty close game. I really don't think Washington's going to be a pushover. I think Washington's a better team than most people give them credit for. And I'd be on the lookout. Washington, they're 2-0. I don't see them winning this game, but Washington's a pretty good team. Vikings, Chargers. This game is the one I'm most excited for. Both teams 0-2. You can't start the year 0-3. I'm going to pick the Vikings. I just think they've been... I don't know. I just think the Vikings are going to win it. They're home. Something with the Chargers. I just feel like the worst will always happen to the Chargers. Like, they're unlucky. It's just not going to work. I don't know. I see Justin Jefferson going for 200 this game. I just think the Vikings are going to finally win a game. They feel like they've deserved to win, where Chargers is just... I don't know. I don't like the Chargers. I think Vikings are going to win it. Chiefs, Bears. I'm not going to talk too much. Bears haven't won they haven't won a game in like 13 tries or something, 12 tries. Chiefs going to win this one easy. Rams, Bengals. This is another interesting one. The Bengals have to win it. So I'm going to say Bengals win it because, they are desperate. They're 0-2. You can't start 0-3, especially with the Ravens. I have them starting 3-0. You can't dig yourself that big of a hole. But the Rams aren't a bad team. The Rams are not bad. Who did they lose to last week? They lost to the 49ers. That was a pretty good game. They lost by a touchdown to the 49ers. They smoked the Seahawks in week 1. I think they're a good team. And I don't think it's going to be an easy one for the Bengals, but they're desperate. They have to win this one. I actually Joe Burrow's hurt. I don't. If Joe Burrow's out, I'm picking the Rams. But in this scenario, I have Joe Burrow playing. I have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, everybody playing. I'm gonna pick the Bengals to win. I would have picked the 49ers. Lions at or Falcons at Lions. I'm gonna pick the Lions. I just think the Falcons are pretty young right now. I know they're 2-0. But they're a young team, and this is a big game for them, especially with playoff seeding later on in the season. This is going to be one of those tiebreaker games because I think both teams could make the playoffs. Young team, I just don't see them walking in and beating a pretty good Detroit Lions team. This is another exciting game. I think this one should be close, and I hope it's close. I hope it's a good game. Packers at the Saints, or Saints at the Packers. This one's really tough because I think the Saints are sort of on the same boat as I guess the Falcons are the same, but I think actually Saints and Titans remind me the same. I think they have good defenses, all right offenses. I just think the Saints are a pretty good team that's going to win some games. I picked the Saints to win the South this year, but I'm going to pick the Saints to beat the Packers. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't think they're going to walk in a limo win, but I think this is going to be another close game. Could go either way for me, but I'm going to go with the Packers on this one. I think Christian Watson's finally playing. I think Aaron Jones is playing. If Aaron Jones isn't playing, I might go to the Saints, but I'm still going to stick with the Packers. Carolina Seahawks. I think Andy Dalton starting for the Panthers this week. In Seattle, Panthers not winning this game. I think they start 0-3 this season, which should tell me on the right. Yeah, they're going to start 0-3 this season. Dallas at Arizona. Arizona just let up a 20-0 lead. 28-7 at halftime and lost. Dallas going to win this one easy. And then the big game, which this one was in Philly. I go to almost all the Philly games. Was at the Vikings one. It was a pretty boring game, pretty bad game. But I'm an Eagles fan. This is a tough one because I really do think the Bucs defense is good. I actually surprised by the NFC South this season. I think they're all played well, and I'm surprised the Panthers been so bad. I'm still going to go with the Eagles. But Mike Evans, I just feel like Mike Evans, especially we have like 5 injuries in our secondary and our middle linebackers out. We just have a ton of injuries on the defense that I think the Bucs can exploit. They have a good defensive head coach in Todd Bowles. They have a good defensive personnel and linebackers. That's what you need when you're going against a rushing quarterback. You need good and fast linebackers. That's what the Bucs have. But Mike Evans, he's like 5 inches taller than every corner we have. I feel like he can easily go for 150 on us. But I'm still going to pick us to win. I still think we're too talented. And I think the Bucs finally lose their first game. But these are my week 3 predictions. Once again, I'm 15-15. I'm going to have that in the top right. So hopefully I can go above 500 after this week. Let me know which ones you disagree with. And I will see you on Monday for my weekly review.